Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. So this video is more of a roundup of everything else that came out of the final day of Blizzcon. We had all of the major announcements yesterday, but I kind of wanted to leave it a little bit later to find out if any other information was revealed, like there was last year. Today we'll be going over some skins for Ashe, as well as some highlight intros that were revealed. Also the big question of when she's hitting the PTR. An initial bit of trivia for Hammond that I really wanted to point out because it's crazy, and also a little bit more detail about future heroes, and most importantly Echo and Hero 30. And going off the title, you'll know that Echo isn't going to be the next hero in the game, so we're going to go over what was said. Before that though, I wanted to highlight the 3 other Overwatch panels that were today. It was mostly about how they built Ashe, how they animated her, stuff like that. Yesterday they showed us some concept art and the skins which they said would be the legendary skins for her with different colours if you didn't see them already. You have this Bonnie and Clyde inspired one, but also a safari outfit. I absolutely adore Bob. I can't wait to get my hands on them. We kind of got to see a bit of a highlight intro from the end of the introduction video that went out yesterday, but also one was revealed in that very panel. The issue there is that you can't actually record or even screenshot anything from the virtual ticket, so I had to take this video with my phone, so apologies, but you do get to see a brief glimpse into what one of the highlight intros will look like for Ashe. Another bit of trivia that we learned from another panel that was talking about heroes were designed from the ground up is that Hammond originally had flamethrowers. Again, we can't show you any footage of it because of the virtual ticket, and even if we could, I imagine this video would be taken down in a heartbeat because Blizzard do take the virtual ticket very seriously. They don't want people just ripping the VODs and putting them somewhere else. But other than that, there wasn't any major information that came out of them. Some interesting facts on how they animate and make a character from the ground up, but ultimately nothing to really get excited about. The majority of information came from streams, both that Jeff Kaplan was on, he was on with Emong yesterday and Fran today, and even Valkyr had a lead developer on his live stream answering questions about the new hero. I think Miska's going to do a big roundup of some of the bigger questions that were asked, but I did want to do just a short video going over some minor things that I just really wanted to highlight. The first is about Echo and how she isn't hero number 30. This is what Jeff said on Fran's stream just over an hour ago.
We're building her up to be more.
Yeah.
We want her to be a hero.
Yes.
Now, to set people's expectations, because I know immediately what they're thinking is like, well, Hero 30 is going to be Echo. We have big plans for. Echo is not Hero 30. I can tell them that.
Okay.
This of course coincides with what was said on Emong's stream yesterday about how far ahead they are in development.
We've been making a lot of tanks and supports, and we plan to make a lot more tanks and supports. We know the game needs more, like especially if you look at the distribution between tank, healer, damage. We know that we need a lot more tanks and support. We have many plans.
Awesome.
I'm not exaggerating when I say this. We're literally working on up to 6 heroes right now.
Really?
Yeah, we have the next 6 planned.
That's awesome. That's actually really awesome.
The reason why I wanted to bring that up is that also Jeff Kaplan highlights that Hero 30 is actually done.
Hero 30 at this point is like full-blown playable in our playtest.
Hello.
It's just another character in our cast.
Yeah.
I feel this was worth highlighting because one thing that I want to do see in the sort of next year of Overwatch is more heroes being released. I feel that 3 a year at this point is just not enough. Even upping it to 4 or even 5 maybe would be really cool to just keep the game very excited, the meta very diverse. And ultimately, I think it would be really good for the game right now that the launch of Overwatch was so long ago. One of the big questions to do with Ashe actually was when she's going to be on the PTR, and this was answered yesterday on Emong's stream, giving us a rough estimate of when we might see her.
We are hoping to have her on the PTR as early as possible next week.
Next week, early as possible.
Yeah, early as possible. So the build that's been on the PTR is preparing us for BlizzCon and preparing us for Ashe.
Yeah.
So we're ready to go with her. Now, every time I give the players a date, I'm wrong. And then I feel terrible, and then everybody's like, Jeff said later this week.
Yeah, that's not there.
And then I lied. It turns out that I lied, which is not my intention. It's just that sometimes things go wrong.
Yeah.
If we're going off how it was last year, Moira was added onto the PTR on the Monday directly after BlizzCon. I remember because I got back that day, got all my stuff sorted, unpacked, and it was like, I'm going to get an early night. And as soon as I hit my head on the pillow, Miska messaged me saying that Moira was on the PTR. And I couldn't sleep after that. My sleep schedule was screwed for about a month afterwards. So thanks, Moira. But I do imagine it will see Ashe on the PTR either Monday night for us Brits or Tuesday night at the latest. but as Jeff Kaplan said, it might be a little bit later due to some unforeseen circumstances. There was loads of stuff that came out of Emong's stream, a lot of interesting interactions to do with Bob, for example. He can be nano boosted and could do a whole lot more. Misk is going to cover all of that tomorrow, I believe. But one other thing that I want to highlight from Fran's stream especially is the idea of role queue, and Blizzard are really considering it.
Last BlizzCon, our first step was to move to LFG and see how LFG played out and see how people liked it.
Yeah.
Our next step will be consider if role queue is correct for everybody or not.
So you're definitely considering it.
Oh yeah, we can. It's just not. One, it's not trivial to do because I think right now everybody thinks, well, we all agree role queue is correct.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is true. I'm not saying that role queue is correct or incorrect. I'm saying what I don't think is true is that we all agree. Because even the debates on the team have shown me that we don't all agree that it's a thing or not.
Yeah.
And then the second part of it is, it's a huge technology overhaul for us to move in that direction.
Yeah.
So there's a significant amount of work that we would have to do in addition.
For sure.
But we know what we would do if we want to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
We know how to do it. We know what the time frame would be. And we're sort of in that mode right now where we're listening to feedback, gathering feedback, and then literally debating it every single morning. Like, every single morning we have the debate.
I'm so excited. Okay.
I feel that this really gives us a heads up for what's coming in the next year. If LFG doesn't really work as well as people want it to, and let's be honest, it kinda hasn't, role queue might be a genuine option that Blizzard are considering. I don't want to take too much more from people's streams, but I think that these points that Jeff Kaplan made, you kinda have to talk about because they are really important. The Echo isn't going to be Hero 30, that it's almost done. You have all of these new skins and highlight intros for Ashe that's already coming out, Hammerhead flamethrowers, and also that role queue is very much an option that Blizzard are heavily considering at this point, which can only be good news. But a much shorter video, I wanted to just cover it very quickly, not to waste anybody's time. We'll talk more about Ashe when she hits the PTR, but I do imagine that we'll see Ashe on the PTR either Monday night for us Brits, or Tuesday night at the latest. I've had my ear to the ground the whole of BlizzCon to try and find any more interesting stuff that I really wanted to highlight, and I kind of wanted to just wrap it up there, not to go on for too long and waste your time. But thanks for watching, hopefully you enjoyed this BlizzCon, and let me know if you're excited for Diablo Immortal, because that looks amazing. Thank you very much for watching, take care, we'll see you next time.